So I tell you that Scripture is not gospel, or gospel is not truth. We worship God, not gospel truth. The overcoming of this world is to have learnt perfectly from it. I did well at school. It got me to university. I did well at university. It got me to something else. That which I value now. You know, I had secular teachers. My economic history teacher at school. And others, of course. And some Christian, don't get me wrong. They seem to have less of an impact on me. Much less. You know, I could see that the RE teacher couldn't keep control and therefore he couldn't make anything. I mean, he's a good chap, but the reality is, with the other teacher, who is much harder and who I was frightened to death of originally, that's an exaggeration, but I was certainly scared of him. So you may take your kid out of Steiner school, put her in a state school, I mean one that's secular really, obsessed with political correctness and so on. And it'd be the right move, especially from mum's point of view, who feels the daughter needs something more, as she sees it, realistic. But to my point here, not all that is gospel is truth. Uncertainty abounds in this world, in everything, as far as I can see. But I'm not sure. Am I sure I'm not sure? No, not really. No, I'm not swallowing what is reported to be red letter what Jesus has said in one of the Gospels, say. I find much that's at odds with my view of God. It's my view of God that I'm worshipping, not the Gospels. I am influenced by the Gospel, yes. Do I worship the Gospel? No way. May God rescue me from that. Even the worship of John 17. I really should explore what I don't agree with in John 17, but I'm pursuing whatsoever's good and lovely at the minute. Do you know why Christians have favourite texts? Because some texts they just know they are in sync and agree with all their heart, compared to some of the others, which they grudgingly assent to being gospel or biblical or Christian. That's the reality of it. That's the lesson we learn here. And until you learn it, you will remain here. As far as I know. Thank you, Dad. Look, the outstanding teacher at my tech college, again, was not Christian. He was into classics. You know, he was surprised that I was relating to Plato and reading such. And of course, did his best to encourage me and such. He wasn't Christian at all. At university, the key one was McIntyre. McIntyre was one who, I think he'd done a year of, what do you call it, training to be a Catholic priest and abandoned it all for reason. which seemed very reasonable to him, of course. It is the case that was one of his phrases. And of course, such is an incredible statement of faith in an uncertain world. But I didn't realise that at the time. And I was greatly impressed by him and gained much in logic and reasoning. I might claim rather more than he had, but that would be a complete lack of humility from the world's point of view, because he was a great professor of logic. Yeah, right. But I did master what he had and went beyond it, with it. You see, our students are greater than us. Our children are greater than us in what they become. The first shall be last, and the last first. Of course. They've got the advantage of all that we've, if you like, achieved or gained before. And we're delighted that they are first, greater than us. It's our joy. So this rather secular line, ostensibly at least, seems to have led to an extraordinary breakout of faith and enlightenment, from my perspective, you understand, which is from my God's perspective as well, of course. Step I see as necessary. I thank God for every step, every difficulty, every secular person in my life and every Christian one. How about the lady who definitely would have prayed for me to be Christian? The wife of my dad's best friend. Wow. So do you be surprised, Marshall, how much of what you value is Christian? Oh, really? Well, that surprised me. But she said it in earnest and lovingly, and I had ears to hear. Who knows how that seed took root in me? You don't know, do you? Thank you, Dad.